Hello, hello everybody. I hope everybody is well. Hello, West. I'm not so well. You see how the feeling icky thing out, because I am. But I like to show things, and so this is what I'm doing. So yeah, it's going to be a slow day today. But yeah, it might not last as long as other streams that I've done. We'll just have to find out, really. Well, I suppose the music has ended, so we might as well get started unlocking through some things here. So, yeah, we got our Amiga magazines, as usual. This one is issue 30 from January 1992. Do you remember what you were doing in January 1992? I don't. It's okay, though. We have 308 amazing pages. World's biggest ever Amiga magazine. Wow. Up to this point, of course. And it was even £3.95. Hello, Chaos. I hope you're doing well today. You were unalive at the time. Wow. Better than being undead. Starly was likely crying and sleeping a lot. Like me now, but less crying. So yeah, hello West, hello Starly, hello Chaos. I don't know. I've said hello to him, whatever. But yes, I was not a teenager at this point, let's say. But yeah, I probably had WizKid and had been playing WizKid and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, you can see there's some big balls across the front of this. Look at all these balls. And there's a lemming on a ball, and there's I don't know what that is on a ball, and there's, would that be Populous? I don't know, on a ball, and something else on a ball, and something else on a ball, and well, there's Robocod, we know that one. I'm not sure what this one is either, and this one looks like golf. You're moving from Washington State to Virginia at this time. Wow. Yeah. I was living where I was living for, I had lived for quite a few years at this point. And yeah, so we had Amigas. Possibly had this magazine, I'm not quite sure. It doesn't look like it would be very attractive to a Katie. Your parents were, you didn't really be part of it. Yes, of course. But yeah, so we've got this 2 complete creative packages worth £170. Wow. So we got a sequence of 1, which is a full music package worth $89.95. And we have on here Graphics Workshop full paint package worth $79.95. And we also have some Lemmings levels on here. There's another thing on here as well, I think, as well. But it's just not showing up. So yeah, just to do some... is it housekeeping, is that what you call it? Just to make sure that I've said everything that I want to cover before starting up. I've adjusted the worth more than you. I'm sure you're worth a lot more than that, Chaos. To us at least you are. So sorry, words have escaped me. Yeah, I've upped the quality a little bit more of the stream. Obviously, you're not going to get the full motion video of my wonderful face at the moment, or whatever, to really compare and contrast. But it was £80 brand new. Oh gosh, I don't know who you've determined that with, but anyhow. But at least if I do like scrolling like this, it should be a little less blocky and whatever. I don't know if it is or not. But yeah, if anybody's having problems actually watching the stream, this, I obviously apologise. I do. Oh, thank you very much. There's not much I can do about it, but you know, it's mine. So, but yeah, so there's that, and I'm kind of feeling we're the best scientists in the world. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I'm just barely awake today, which is okay. And so yeah, with how I've been sleeping recently, I really don't know how it's going to be for like Friday. I may or may not be awake enough for Friday, and obviously if I'm not going to be around, I'm going to try to let people know, you know, through my Discord and whatever. You pay about £10, my word. But yeah, I'll try and let people know if I can't do it and that kind of thing. It's likely going to be in Discord, as I said. But yeah, as I said, it depends on what my body decides it wants to do, whether it wants to actually have any energy to be awake. Because, you know, recently it's been like, you know, in the past, I've kind of had it where it's like, I'm not sure if I'm asleep or I'm not sure if I'm tired or whatever. So I'll kind of like, maybe I'll stay awake for like an hour and see if I feel tired. And then in the hours, it's like, oh, I'm not asleep, so I'll stay awake for another hour. And it gets like late enough where it's like, oh, maybe I am asleep, or maybe I am tired, or should be tired at least. So I'll lie down and try and get to sleep. And then I do manage to get to sleep and whatever. So it's like, okay, my body was tired enough to go to sleep. That's okay. Because I'm not one of these people who can just fall asleep at the drop of a hat and whatever. Yeah, recently over the past few days, it's just been like, nope, you're tired now, you're sleeping. And then that's it. It's like, no, it's like 10 or so minutes before that, I can feel like, oh, I'm not too tired. I'm actually awake, and then my body just says, nope, sleeping now. And so, yeah, that's kind of the way it's been. And so I don't know what it is currently at the moment. Hopefully it passes. It's okay. I will sleep now. Oh no, I only woke up a few hours ago. And let me just cover chat here. Chaos is saying that they'd grab Starly from the free pile. And Starly says, oh, you say the sweetest things. Oh dear. Ugh. But we have a magazine to look at, so we already kind of had a look at this. I know, 308 amazing pages. And they have more pages of game reviews, more Game Busters game tips, and more dead useful workbench. Oh, there's more on there, I think, maybe, yeah, because it's cutting off the ISBN here. There'll be more, but the scan doesn't cover it, unfortunately. Yeah, we got some Terminator 2, we got some WrestleMania, we got some Some Bart Simpson. You are T800. Oh no. Am I? And the kind of what you gonna do with the largest arms in this world, and Hulkamania run wild on you, or something like that. I don't know. Anyhow, this is all the things if you want to look at this. Cooking crew, advertising problems, circulation publisher. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I've been fired before. I know it's not the end of the world. Cool. There's a bee here. It's a good bee. Let's have a close up on the bee. See if there's a better rendition of the bee later on or whatever. And what is this? Oh, gosh, person over here saying, if this is the first time you've come across Amiga format, then welcome to the world's most popular magazine just for Amiga owners. So sorry about everybody else, you can't read this because you're not an Amiga owner. Unless you are, of course. You'll always rehire me. Ah, oh, thank you. You never tell me that, though. You always fire me, and you don't tell me when you rehire me, so I don't know. But yeah, it's like, there's a bunch of stuff in this magazine, which you can probably tell from reading this this page. Don't forget that when you pay the usual price of $2.95 every month, that includes your action-packed cover disc. Thank you very much. It's nice to actually know these things. Oh dear me, got a parrot on here, or is it a macaw, isn't it? Game Gear, 3 of these marvellous oh dear me, up for grabs. It's a Christmas prize crossword. Oh, maybe we'll see that, maybe we'll have a go at that, maybe I'll forget about it as we're scrolling down. But if you're interested in a Christmas pride, why not? Oh gosh, is it like straight pride? No, never mind. Do not discuss this in the comments. Christmas prize crossword. If you want to have a go at the crossword and you see it and I forget about it, then please let me know. Anyhow, oh, my word, they're getting no talking about it, Chaos. But yes, we have cover disc stuffs here, which I might just look at the cover discs after I've looked at the magazine at the moment, just because that's what I feel like I'm doing. Whatever, or what I don't feel like doing at the moment, or whatever. But look, it's Christmas. I'm not reading things properly today. It says cover disc at the top here, not Christmas, and it's got a snow person up here. Halloween pride. Well, you can have Halloween pride. I think Starly has a lot of Halloween pride. Oh, look at this snowman. Look at how absolutely wonderful and cheerful they are. Can I zoom in a bit more? There we go. That's a wonderful snowman. Oh, snow person, sorry. Ingrained things like that. It's really annoying, isn't it? Anyhow. You're pro this Halloween pride or snowman or snow person. Oh, gosh. I do well sometimes. I think this is just a symptom of my brain just really not being with it today. Halloween, yeah, you're always pro Halloween. It's your time of the year, really. But yeah, so sequencer 1 says, so you want to be a MIDI musician? This program is a fully fledged MIDI sequencer. So obviously we're not going to get a lot of stuff out of this at the moment. I don't know if there's a way to hook any MIDI things I have through the emulator or whatever. But I don't really feel like going brain fog. Possibly, yes. Or just low processing, you know. Here we go. The only program that will not run straight from the code is this Graphics Workshop for all all the other programs, simply turn on your Amiga, pop the disc in and drive in and wait, whatever. Stereo Master on cover disc 30A will load immediately and should work on all Amigas. For 30B, Lemmings equals to 1, turn on your computer and put the disc in. It will ask you which program you want to play. That's good. Oh gosh. What kind of work is it that you actually do? I mean, you don't have to explain everything, but just... You don't have to explain everything, just the general idea. What kind of work do you actually do, Chaos? Because I would mess it up absolutely and completely and utterly. For Graphics Workshop, if you have more than one disk drive and only 1 megabyte of memory, disconnect or turn off the extra drives. This saves memory. Oh my. Next, turn on your machine and load a workbench. Finally, take out workbench and insert the cover disk and click on the thing. Okay. So you just need to load up workbench, but you don't have to like uncrunch it to a different thing. Sequence will work on 0.5 megabyte systems, but the only example song that you can load is Hip Hop Beat. Mostly clean kittens at this point. It used to be a security guard for the outdoor meal site. That doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Well, yeah. Stally, would you, especially in the state that I'm in at the moment, hire me to clean a kitchen? This is your best answer here, Chaos. And yes, I am having my breakfast now. What of it? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. But there we go. But yeah, so when we actually start this up, we can have a look at this. You do with your free time. And Stereo Master, I think Morbits was talking about Stereo Master before. This is a demo! It does have most of the features of the full-price sample editor, but it cannot load or save sound samples. Oh, we're not going to do much here. You wouldn't trust me to clean a kitchen without supervision. It's probably the most sensible thing here. It has sound sample built in, so I can play and experiment with it. Okay, well at least I don't have to try and load things. We know that's how that's been before. So yeah. And this is a graphics workshop thing. We'll have a look at all this when we actually get to it. Real Things, cover disc 29. Superhero hacker, oh my. Oh, excuse me. So, there's a certain amount of confusion over Real Things Shark and Brush on last issue's cover disc, which we'd just like to clear up. First of all, the warning on the cover disc pages that the Real Things demo is not on the disc was untrue. Huh? Due to disc production difficulties, we believed at the time the page went to Brush, the Anim Brush would have to be omitted. We later managed to remaster the disc and include it. Well, you're good at finding things, Chaos. So, you know, there is that. Furthermore, we used the wrong Anim Brush on the disc. It was not the one RGB Studios supplied with a purpose, and our hints for its use printed at the bottom page 25 were not those provided by RGB Studios. These have, we understand, misled people trying to use the sample on disc. We apologise for any confusion. Well, I managed to figure it out anyway, but that's probably because I know a little bit about the program. RGB Studios would like to point out that, like all Real Things products, Sea Life is constructed in a progressive fashion which increases your knowledge of Amiga animation as you proceed through the package. The Leopard Shark Anim Brush we gave you is the most complex in the package. And it's intentionally only partly finished so that you can fine-tune it yourself. The Anim Brush we should have used is the Reef Shark from the early stages of the Sea Life product and is simpler to use as well as taking up less memory. Please do not be put off Real Things by our mistakes. Crucial part of freedom is being able to find things, is it? Okay. To help us make up for the confusion, RDB Studios have agreed to make an attractive offer. All those who were at the World of Commodore show will remember seeing the Reef Shark movie on the Real Thing stand. This is what you could have produced if only our last issue had come out right... Oh dear, excuse me. And it's just a tiny part of the potential Real Thing Sea Life. Here is the offer. You can get a Real Thing Sea Life complete, 2 discs. The World of Commodore show price of £26, normally $29.95, by writing to RGB Studios, The Gables, Buxted, East Sussex, TN22 4PP, or phoning 082 581 2666 before December 31st, 1991. So unfortunately, everybody, there's no chance of getting it for that offer at the moment. You can probably get it free from places, but, you know, I would discuss about where you can get things free on the internet. But I'm sure people are well aware of places where you can get things for free. You can be good at everything because you're American. And you are an attractive offer, because if I ever need to find any cursed content, I know exactly who to ask. Yes, and you're good for other things too. I'm really not doing a good job of this, am I? Anyhow, there's Xmas Lemmings going on here as well. There's another one of these snow people appear. So good. Yes, DMA and Signosis. DMA, as I've probably said before, DMA Designs went on to be one of the Rockstar studios. And is this the Oh No More Lemmings? Is this what it says, 100 brand new levels of the game? You have never consumed cursed content. Oh dear. Well, I must be having you confused with another Ninja of Chaos then. Special Christmas playable demo for all the readers. In case you've never heard of this frustratingly fun game, which planet have you been on? Yeah, we have very festively decorated lemmings here and stuff like that. We can get into it, but we have a certain number of levels which we will get onto when we get onto it. Demonware, gosh. I mean, you might have heard of Alienware, but this is Demonware. Or then, whatever. Yeah. There's just, I don't know if it's interesting to other people, but seeing, you know, is this an old Visa logo? I don't know. I don't have anything around me, apart from the internet, which could tell me if this is an old Visa logo. Your McGruff tape is closer and closer. Oh, cool. That is cool. But then you have the Access one, which I think isn't a thing you can have nowadays. I think that's gone into some other thing. It might be MasterCard or whatever, but I just remembered, McGruff Hype indeed, that there was an advertising campaign that is probably was based on another song as well. But the advertising jingle was "Does you does or does you don't take access." So yeah. And for some reason that's just stuck in my mind. Ooh, Populous 2 has arrived, and it's everything you've dreamt it might be and more. More earthquakes, more volcanoes, and more tidal waves. More deadly swamps. Oh gosh. In fact, the most devastating natural disasters known to man, a few he hasn't even heard of yet. Before next Tuesday, cool. We do like experiencing McGruff, I suppose, is the way to say it. McGruff is certainly a thing. But yes, if you've never seen Populous, it's one of these god games and stuff like that. And so here it is. By Electronic Arts, gosh. I mean, I've said it before, but that logo. Ooh, the 5th International 16-Bit Computer Day. I am really getting things confused today. Never mind, but you can see what it says. This is awkward graphic design, I think. Never mind. But let's have a look at a bit over here. Oh no! More lemmings! Of course, Starly's never allowed to experience it. Oh no! More lemmings! Oh gosh. 100 new levels. Yeah, we kind of already saw that in the other thing. The original sold in the original has sold in excess of 365,000 copies across all formats, so the new data discs look to be a surefire winner. What? A potential Lemmings coin-op? You can't see how that would have gone well. I mean, what they have used for a pointing device on an arcade machine? Gosh. Major ad campaign for TV ad features the song Sunshine on a Rainy Day. It shows how the Amiga brightens up your world. Oh gosh. Includes a picture of an Amiga with Amiga format lying next to it. Oh gosh. Yeah. I don't know if that'd work well for Lemmings though. So the memory of the A500 and stuff like this. 512K of memory, my word. Okay. Brand new games we did test in the pre-release version found not to work, and we can confirm they do now work in the final release version. This includes such titles as the excellent James Ponderosa Code and Knights of the Sky. Knights of the Sky, if you don't know, another flight sim. Gosh. There's just so many flight sims on the Amiga. It's unbelievable, really. Look, Earl's Court here. Oh my gosh, there's a Bart. I don't know if you can see this, but you can see the Bart, but gosh, let's... That's exactly the facial... Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is exactly the face that you that's suitable for this Bart. Oh, the other way. Yes, we got World of Cardo show hails an enormous success. Yes, look at all these people here. It's quite a lot of people. I mean, I think I've seen places with more people in. Obviously, not recently, but yeah, it's a lot of people. So this is like confusing, isn't it? Like Sound Magic also sold a Sound Master. Includes Audio Master 4. Just to confuse you. PC emulator for A500 Plus. Is it really an emulator if it's hardware? Is it really an emulator if it's hardware? I mean, I know you can get FPGAs now? Field Programmable Gate Arrays, that's the one. Which can kind of emulate hardware, but it's... I don't know. Complete AT emulators before. AT, that's some kind of Amiga, not Amiga, PC thing. I don't know, because is that the predecessor to like the ATX things, or is that just some predecessor to something else instead? I don't know. But there is some information if you're interested in whatever this is. PC emulation running as a task under Amiga DOS. Board includes an 80286. Wow. That's pretty good. 16 megahertz. Is it really an emulator though, if it's got a 286 on it? And a coprocessor. Yeah, I don't know. Incompatibility of the new one. Willy bites back, indeed. Jet Set Willy, the classic 8-bit platform challenge, is finally coming over to the big boys on the Amiga. Oh dear. Software projects who also design the Amiga excuse me, flavors of Matic Minor are at the moment working on the sequel of Jet Set Willy. Yes. So if any nostalgia freaks out there who hanker out of the days when the VIC-20 was king... Oh gosh. I mean, the VIC-20 was probably closer to this date than the Amiga is to right now, isn't it? Which is a thing that I read recently about some other things. It's like kids talking about 8086. Yeah, there's the predecessor. They're predecessors to like every x86 architecture things, as it says in the name, really 86 at the end. Processors today, even the X64 are obviously based on the same kind of instructions, but obviously a lot more involved and whatever. But yeah, anyway, getting out the thing that I read earlier on in the week, it's like people talking about the 90s today, or kids talking about the 90s today, is like when I was younger and kids were talking about the 60s. And that really puts things in perspective. So, the way the kids used to talk about the Beatles in the 90s when I was at school or whatever, thinking, oh gosh, that's so old and whatever, weren't the Beatles such an old band and whatever. And, the kids talking about Nirvana and that nowadays, that's the same relative oldness. Gosh. Technically, also, that would be like the Spice Girls and things as well, if people want to really feel old about things. Oh, gosh. So, yeah, the Spice Girls are basically like the Beatles. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear. Your mum was using the same architecture when she was at uni. Wow. 91 and 1030. Yeah. It's, gosh. It's a thing, isn't it? But yeah, so anyway, that just reminded me of that. Oh, gosh, look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Star has heard of the Spice Girls. That's an in-joke kind of thing. Anyhow, we recommend the competition. Cool. Gosh, look at this person shooting. I'm not sure that's how you're supposed to shoot in sports. But yes, we have our International Sports Challenge, all in different fonts. Totally original Link event, the multi-course marathon. Unusual perspectives that make for great gameplay. So yeah, what is this? Is this a swimming game? Looks like it, or boating, I don't know. Look at this horse riding game. That's perfect. I think it's probably better than the Barbie horse riding games that Chaos was playing. Oh, look at this. This is a pretty nifty logo. Harlequin. I'm sure West will be happy about this logo here. 100-meter breaststroke. Well, mine aren't that big, so... oh dear. Never mind. Anyhow, look at this. Look at this. Wonderful. Good luck. Yeah, yes. This is some running going on. That's good, chicken. Yes. So we can have so many in-jokes, aren't we? It's just the way it's going to be eventually. So there's some shooting going on. Shooting! Using 3D vector graphics, the unique gameplay combining strategy with sheer powering on the joystick makes this sport like no other sport ever seen on computers. So it probably means you just waggle the joystick around. Indeed, that's super polygonal. Oh, this is more of the cycling. Wow, you can really feel yourself in the thing. If you have anything to do with it, then yes, indeed. I think that's about the doodah which we were talking about. Brain's doing so good. But yes, here is the course. Oh yes. Next month. Oh, next month. We're back to 295. Would you like to be able to do this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this? Well, why not give it a try? Games programming, okay. And yes, we have the Nightmare demo on next month, which is probably going to be next week, and that, because going through these magazines does take a while and such like this. Also, we have Fuzzball. The magic will leave you spellbound. We know about Spellbound, don't we? Gosh. Surely this is a picture. Special introduction price, only $19.99. Of course, it has unique joystick control, real arcade feel, stunning graphics, and over 50 levels of furious action. Well, like this football even hasn't any ear piercings. It's amazing. But yes, this is most likely a cutscene from the game going on here. And then over here, this is Fuzzball. Quite what is going on here, I don't know, but that is Fuzzball. Yep, back here, what kind of games do we have? No, just across a bit, because I know sometimes you can't see it too well. Still got Beast 2 and the Queen. Sorry, I looked at this and noticed Teenage Queen here, so I kind of went over there. My things. Brain. And whatever. Player Manager. Gosh, can't really see that very clearly, but look at that. It's going on. Power Drift. Oh yes, the awkwardly positioned people in cars. Wonderful. Yes, Indie. Called it Indie. You don't really see good things. They got pictures of Harrison Ford and Sean Connery on here, but they just called it Indie. It's very strange. Chrono Quest. Wow, that looks amazing, doesn't it? Yeah, we got the Game Gear here again. It's pretty much similar things to last time. And if you wanted a joypad for your Amiga, this is what you could have. Infrared. Oh gosh. Infrared joypads. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, please, nobody infrared joypads. No. Oh gosh. Year of the Amiga, 1991. Yep, bunch of stuff here. Deluxe Work Center. Look at this Deluxe Work Center right here. You can see that a bit better there. So, oh my gosh, you can fit a lot of floppy drives in here. I don't know if your Amiga can take as many floppy drives as could fit in there, to be quite honest. So you have a dust cover. Wow. Mouse holder? Look at that. Mouse pad? It even has a picture of a mouse on it, so you know it's the mouse pad. A joystick? Yeah, looks like it's probably okay. Mouse cable set. I don't know if that's what's in here, but yeah, it looks like, because the joystick ports would have been back here, and the mouse port would have been back here, so they've like rerouted it here. And why does this have this connector on it? You know, it's got one of those ones which have screws on it. It's a weird thing to have on there. Anyhow, but there we are. Yeah, trying again for the thing. Here's just some examples of what CD software is like. They're coming, but not just yet. Best example so far is Online's Psycho Killer, which uses digitized photographs and hi-fi soundtrack. The game's a bit lacking in play, but it was developed entirely on the Amiga with their desktop video system, and shows how easy it could be to create some real movie-like games. Look out too for their Hound of the Baskervilles, a much better attempt. So basically, don't buy this one. Oh, dear me. Shoot yourself in the foot, why don't you? Graphics, what's going on here? Some naked person posing, it looks like. Fine CD game. Case of the Cautious Condor. Also in the bun for Barney. Look, there we go. That's Barney, and Barney has a bun, I think. And that's a crow, and that's another bear in a balloon. Amazing. Yeah, Merlin. Is Merlin doing anything special? Amiga drives. Yeah, it's kind of the same kind of stuff. Yes, you too can have lots of colours. Wow. It's just saying you have to buy an extra gadget to have lots of colours. If you want a lot of colours. Oh gosh, we're not going to zoom in on that over there, but what's over here? Yep. That's that. CDTV 499. Get a free parrot too, it seems so. I mean, don't ask me. Oh, look at this wonderful setup here. With your TV sat right on the top here, kind of in a slightly awkward position, really, for a TV. And then other stuff stuffed into here. For fun, there's a wide range of entertainment titles available for every age group. Sherlock Holmes, Consulting Detective, includes a video and audio tour of Victorian London. Players can choose suspects for Holmes and Watson to interrogate, and can search issues of the London Times for clues. CDTV Discs graphics capabilities takes action and simulation games to a new level. Falcon makes you pilot of an F-16 fighter and has accurate simulations of weapon systems, cockpit controls and flight characteristics, allowing you to zoom like the ultimate stunt pilot with extraordinary realism. Yeah, apparently watching the TV sideways is the way to go, because, you know, the best place to probably put the TV maybe a little bit lower down. I don't know. But that's where your plant is and your globe is, so you know. Hobbies. Garden facts. Wow. Basics cookbook. They're selling this to me. Yep, they still have Lemmings, which is $34.99. Making waves. Real 3D. There we go. Celtic or Celtic legends. Oh, another car. Might have seen that car before. it's looking kind of like the wrong colours and everything. But there we go. A bunch of other stuff. Cool. Oh, it's Ubisoft. Yeah, didn't see no Godfather. Godfather game. This is what it looks like here. I know. Godfather, the action game. Domination, wealth, power, and justice are all part of the game plan. Flex your muscles in the rough and tough world of the Godfather, crushing other dons' scheming plans to take a piece of your action. Nerves of steel and a cool head are needed to keep the bad guys at bay. But if you're part of the mob, never mind. Yes, stunning detail and realism. Digitized sound effects. Yes, there it is. Unique graphic interaction sequences. So is it unique graphics, as in that they look unique in the pictures and that they haven't been seen before? Is it uniquely graphic, as in graphic interaction sequences? Superb action mixed with quick decision making, so quick time events. Maybe, I don't know. Collect hidden bonuses to advance through the game. Available on Atari ST, Amiga and PC. VGA 256 colour only. So there you go. Gosh, look at this person. That hair. Dr. Gonzo journalism. What is going on here? Somebody before Limp Bizkit looking very Limp Bizkit. Oh gosh, that looks creepy, doesn't it? Silence of the Lambs, okay. And some other stuff going on here. This is what the people like. This person apparently likes this kind of thing. Well, fair enough. And this person likes Nirvana. Cool, and Metallica and some other things as well. Indeed. They achieved group sub, apparently. Well, you know, this one's showing off their kinks in here, and this one's showing off their kinks too. But you know, it's fine. I mean, if they want to advertise it in their professional magazine, that's fine. It's not for me to. Oh dear. Anyhow, CDTV here again. Now you get 10 games free and a RAM upgrade and a mouse mat. Only $399.99. Look at all these things. But yeah, Amiga 500, you can get, you know, all these games and all these games and all this extra stuff, and then you got CD TV, which is $489, and it's like, gosh, where you get the welcome guide. Oh my. And yeah, Lemmings, which is okay, and the encyclopedia, and infrared remote control. Wow. Oh dear. But yeah, you only get a lot more with the Amiga and stuff like that. And the CD-TV is basically, as I said, an Amiga 500 with a CD drive, so... Oh dear. I wish it could be Christmas #1, indeed. Robocop 3D, oh dear. Robocop, and yes, I did find out afterwards the Spectrum version of Robocop 3 is not in 3D, which you can imagine they really wouldn't have been able to handle that. Yep, No More Lemmings, Populous 2. Bart Simpson. Really can't give it the proper name, can they? Sky is Bart, yes, because The Simpsons was pretty much exclusively available on Sky, I think here, which is a TV station because it was a satellite station, so they called it Sky. You know, so. Oh dear. I am not getting involved. I know I kind of started it in a way, but... Anyhow. There's Captain Planet and whoever this kid is. I don't know their names. Epic. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, Peter Molyneux, once again. Peter Molyneux just has that face, doesn't he? He has the personality to back it up as well, but you know. Gosh. What's this? Changes. 91's top games and what to look out for in 92. So this person who works for Sensible Software. Probably, yeah. I mean, it is Peter Molyneux after all. What? Why phrase it like this? Why phrase it like this? Oh, gosh. Anyhow. But yeah, what's Peter Molyneux saying? For 91, there wasn't anything totally exciting. Utopia and Megalomania should have been exciting, but Utopia had so many bugs and it crashes, and with Megalomania, the formula for winning was quite simple. The caddy system on the CDTV is ridiculous. And for 92, Peter Molyneux says, there are a few things coming around the corner. Civilization, Sid Meier's latest, is likely to turn us on the... Why do you have to phrase it like that? Peter Molyneux, I don't want to think about that kind of thing with you. Gosh. Anyhow, this person from the Bitmap Brothers is saying, Monkey Island is quite good, Lemmings, but that doesn't live or die on the Amiga and works on any format. Dear. The 1 mega standard is good, but the problem is, why didn't they do that at the beginning? Well, there we go. There's all that. Who else around here has written some things we kind of like? It's kind of the person over here looks a bit well, zoomed out. Looked a bit like, oh gosh, what's the name of the person I'm thinking of? Gosh, I can't think of who it is. But the person who's who stars in Grosse Point Blank, you know, or whatever. Anyhow, Secret of Monkey Island was fun. Sequel to Secret of Monkey Island. That's what they're looking forward to as well. Dear me. But yeah, David Braven, who did Elite and stuff. Lemming stands out by default. It's not particularly good, what? But it's an interesting idea. Archer's snooker was good. He put a lot of effort into the dynamics of the balls and the way it plays. Exile is great. It's a shame it was so long coming. 92. A lot of stuff is formularized, and that's killing games. Piracy is a big problem. I'd like to see higher processor speed. It would keep the Amiga above water. Indeed. Let's go from musical mess to overnight success with Super Jam. Exactly what I need. My word, there's a lot of words on here. Over 20 infinitely changeable music styles, including rock, pop, dance, classical, samba, and jazz. lots of things going on here. Look at all this. This looks good. Whatever. Even has a smiley face on the controls here and another smiley face up here. It's definitely sounds good. And yeah, we have some PC format going on here. A320 Airbus. Yep, you guessed it. It's another flight sim. Coming attractions. Oh dear. Well, this is Sierra, so I don't know if it's going to be. But you know, you see this kind of thing in this era, and you think, oh dear, is this going to be racist? Because that one about India certainly very much got close there, didn't it? Anyhow, this one here. Oh, Steg the Slug is coming from Codemasters, yes. They made a game about a slug. Another flight sim. Another flight sim. Oh gosh. Another twist to the flight simulation theme. Indeed. We already saw an advert for that though. Indy Jones, he is not Guybrush Threepwood in Monkey Island 2. Is only a few months away. So there we go. There's a Monkey Island 2 thing going on there. This is a little bit of a mess. Graphically, a little bit of a mess. Sorry, I'm finishing off food. Anyhow. But yeah, look at that. It's not great, is it? Fighter Commander. Legend. Yeah, we had a look at that, didn't we? Shadowlands. Isn't that actually available on Steam? Like some new versions. I think I actually have a couple of versions. Actually, I can find out. I have my computer here with Steam loaded up and stuff. I think they were giving... No, it was on sale at one point. I think I bought them. No, this Shadowgrounds is what I'm looking at, not Shadowlands. Okay. But yeah, those were cheap at one point. I bought them. I haven't played them yet. Maybe that's another stream thing I can do at some point, is like play some of the games I haven't, you know, in my Steam library and things like this. But you never know if these things are actually going to work. But anyhow, blah, whatever. Oh dear, what do they say? Fair enough. Daylight robbery. Oh, I think I remember seeing this. 3 cat burglars are in prison. Busting one of them out lets you go on a platform-based ram raid for points. The critter's special skills is they can walk on ceilings. Yeah. So we have criminal cats going on here, which we've already got the criminal cat on the screen, but might as well do a crime. It's crime time. But yeah, you can pick one of these. That doesn't look like a cat. That looks like a dog. That looks like a cat, I think. Or maybe it's a dog. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of remember at least a demo of that slightly. Oh, wow, look at all this action going on here. Anyhow. Some Amos stuff going on. Yeah, that's this going on as well again. Epic. Is this another flight sim? Or more of an arcadey thing? It looks more of an arcadey thing from just the look of it, doesn't it? Gosh, wow, look at that. There we go, that's it does look epic, doesn't it? New generation, the QJ Quick Joy foot pedal. Enhance your home video games. And here's some foot pedals and also some switches along there as well. Or sliders or something, I don't quite know. Let's have a look, see if we can figure it out before reading things. Joystick 1, 2, 3, and then... Oh, it's like up. Which way is that? Right, down, left, and fire button. whether it's attached. Oh, I think probably to each of these buttons. Yes, here we go. 1, 2, and 3 here. So you can attach whichever direction on the joystick or the button to one of these foot pedals. It seems like it's probably going to be slightly awkward, but still. Sometimes using a joystick is just not enough to beat today's generation of computer games. The foot pedal controller works in conjunction with the joystick. By aligning any 3 of the joystick functions to synchronize with the foot pedals, it enhances any multifunctional game that includes flying, driving, or playing sports. Games playing will never be the same. Gosh. Example, in a car racing game, you can have fast, left and right, and slow, and change gear by setting these to certain things here, like this. Okay, so that's on 0, then the left and right, and that, and then no use. Okay, this is what it would be originally, but then you can change it to be the pedals instead on here, and then computer here, and then you plug this thing. Simply plug in the standard 9-pin joystick into this cable supplied. Connect the foot pedal into your computer, Amiga, ST, C64, 128, VIC-20, Amstrad, CPC, Spectrum with interface, BBC with interface. The foot pedal is now ready to use. I mean, it seems like a decent idea, but, you know, the games would have to work well with it, wouldn't it? Abandoned places, do we see anything? I don't think we actually played anything. Played it. Hello, Morbits. Good to see you around. But yeah. Yeah, so that is the snow person again, of course. More of that going on. Oh my, yes, it's the whole heroic person stands on a demon kind of thing. Wow, look at this turbocharged challenge. Screaming into Kuwait City. Wow. Spot the Crossed Swords Gateway. I guess that's what this is over here. Very good game. Musing's legendary. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe one day I'll get to having a look at it and stuff like that. So here we go. Ooh, yeah. Wordings and stuff. Anyhow, but here's some car racing, at least. Gremlin. Lotus Turbo Challenge 2. I think there'll be a demo of this on one of the cover discs, because I remember there being such, if we haven't already played it, which we might have. I can't remember these things. Who can remember these things? And there's the 4D sports boxing. Amazing. Gosh. Win game there. What is that? Starbite. That's very difficult to read. Starbite. Super soccer. More than football. Gosh. Look at these people. Football. And they're like, what the? What is what? What the? What? It doesn't. Not supposed to. No. And why? This, oh gosh. Oh no, not good. And look at this camera. Wow, they're huge. Look at that. This is the side of the pitch. They're giants. Oh my word, mate. Smash TV. What is Populous 2? There we go. If you want to know about Populous 2, there's some information here. You probably can't read it. But yeah, if you want to have a little look through some of this stuff here. Gods! Indeed. And yeah, you got a bunch of stuff going on here. The amphitheatre shows how the two populations stack up against each other. So fairly equal there at the moment. Oh gosh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Stuff going on. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ultima, which is very good. Cool. So yeah, I got a bit of this. And even more of this. They give it 3 pages, so yeah, they're probably going to give it... Sad story, Peter Molyneux. Oh, I'm not aware of the sad part of the whole thing. But, yeah, was it Aminos? Oh, this is one of the things that was on the cover, wasn't it? It looked like it might be fun. %61%, oh dear. Well, something fell over with it. Wolfchild. Gosh. An arcade adventure featuring super smooth 360 multi-parallax scrolling. Companies he worked for made great games. Yeah, I mean, the games came out of it. Oh gosh. Playthrough 5 hours, Lionhead closed. He has been trying, still doing more stuff, hasn't he? Played through 5 levels and featuring over 300 screens. You must reactivate the secret research program Project Wolfchild to annihilate evil forces. All the evil forces of the Chimera organization, indeed. Wolfchild. And yeah, there's stuff going on here which the print isn't very good at showing here. Deathbringer. Gosh, look at this. Are they just like thumping the ground or something? Okay. Stuff going on here. It looks like it's probably some kind of fighting game, doesn't it? Sweet parallax effects give it grace. Indeed. Space Ace 2. Yeah. Under Pressure, yes. This is an interesting one. You're this robot walker thing here. And yeah, you walk around shooting things and such. Electronic Zoo, my word. It's definitely a name you don't hear nowadays. Final Blow, boxing thing, yeah. 43%, oh dear. Pit Fighter again. Flight Sims. Devious designs, oh my word, that is a Dali right there. And I really don't know what's quite going on in this game. This make it look like some kind of side-scrolling platformer. This is something else going on. Why are they on the ceiling? And then this is Dali, and then... Okay, maybe this is the main kind of gameplay. And then, oh gosh, Chaos. It's the communists. And you can manipulate blocks, do things in Hollywood as well, and yeah, well, that's certainly whatever it is. Captain Planet, 43%. Oh dear. Yeah, well, I've played it a little bit before and shown it to you and such like that, and yeah. All these other things here. Oh, here's the names of the Planeteers. We have Wheeler, who is American, has the fire ring. Guy, would that be? Is from Japan, has an ice ring. Linka is from Russia and has a wind ring. Marty is South American and has a growth ring. And Kwame from France has a rock ring. When combined. Wait, hang on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. growth. Is the growth one the heart then? Because I remember the heart. That really stands out, doesn't it? Anyhow. We have the Captain Planet and look. Oh, look. That face. Marty was hard. Okay, cool. Yeah, we showed this level, certainly, if you remember it. But there we go. Just like Turtles, big cartoon name with little gameplay backing. Oh my. An ordinary platform game with a few extremely frustrating moments. Now, I don't agree with that. Big levels that are extremely hard to beat for all the wrong reasons. And quite big levels and extremely hard to beat. You kind of repeated yourself there, but I suppose that's kind of the point they want to make here. So there we go. Ninja Collection. Shadow Sorcerer over here. Celtic Legends, whatever. Yeah, there's some stuff going on there. Gosh, there's a lot going on there. Ooh. Viciousness. Can't really easily read this here, but looking at this here, look at all that. When you lose, all of Sogrom's minions come out to jeer obscenities at you and wave small pieces of paper at you, or is it large club-shaped weapons? Either way, you've had it, and you'd better hope you saved at the last island, otherwise it's starting again time. Indeed. And they liked it well enough. Right on target. Oh gosh, that's a bit of a thing, isn't it, really, there? Some kind of trigger and... interesting. It's kind of like if somebody went back in time and kind of explained a bit like what the Xbox controllers and things were like. And somebody just used their knowledge of what joysticks were like in the time and that kind of rough explanation to create this. But, yeah. Ugh. Neighbours? Oh no. If you don't know, Neighbours is an Australian Australian soap opera. Race with the Stars in Ramsay Street. Oh dear. It looks like Paperboy in a way, doesn't it? Ah, dear me. Impulse presents the game no one else dared bring you. On a hot Ramsay Street day, there's nothing better than slipping a few burgers on the barbie and challenging your friends and neighbours to a light-hearted race. Naturally, everyone chooses their favourite vehicles. Henry the gardener rides his souped-up grass cutter, and mechanically minded Charlene scoots around in a nippy go-kart. Of course, life in the top-rated soap is never that simple. Mrs. Mangle doesn't approve of such antics and will stop any unlucky contestant with her dreaded rolling pin. Bounce the dog runs loose around Ramsay Street, and the local wildlife park reports that several of their kangaroos have gone missing. Oh dear. Add to that a jogging Keep Fit Harold and Bruce, the Outback Opal prospector determined to make his fortune. And you end up with a fast action game overflowing with thrills and spills. Oh gosh, these screenshots here. Oh dear me, I'm going the other way. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think certainly nobody asked for it. Because, yeah, Neighbours, famous as a soap opera with lots of drama and the normal things that soap operas are famous for. Of course, a racing game. Ah, dear me. Oh gosh. Oh, rugby, the World Cup. Oh no, more like Superplex. Superplex is a pretty neat game. Haven't shown it yet, I don't think. But yeah, it's kind of got the whole, rocks and diamonds kind of thing, like Repton and such like that. But obviously has its own differences. The idea it is that Murphy here is collecting these infotrons on other systems. It was actually called Infotron instead of Superplex. But yeah, it is like circuit boards and integrated circuits, and you have to collect the infotrons around the place, and you can set off floppy disks, which explode and do other things as well. I think they mostly explode. But yeah, and you got to watch out. The scissors are dangerous and stuff like that. And yeah, it even has like a gravity kind of mechanic in there as well, which is pretty good. Obviously derivative old game format. Gosh, I don't know why they put games down for that kind of thing. Anyhow, utterly schedule-destroyingly addictive, simplistic but effective graphics, 111 levels, and welcome return to the basics. What? You can't say that if you say obviously derivative and then say welcome return to the basics. You can't do that. You can't do that. Obviously just trying to fill up their columns, aren't they? Obviously just trying to do their work before the end of the day. They don't care about it. Superplex is good. We'll get onto it eventually. Yes. Sorry, that's obviously kind of ticked me off slightly. This is, yeah, some good artwork and stuff going on here. Okay, so I think it's you can actually get Oh No More Lemmings as an individual game, and then there's like you can get the data disc version instead for a reduced price. Four-wheel drive. Okay, so you got the Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge on there, and you got a Toyota Celica GT on there. Oh, Securicore across the front. Team Suzuki and Combo Racer. What is that? What is that then? I can't make out whatever kind of vehicle that is. Anybody? That is motorcycle sidecar. Is this the sidecar part, or? This is very confusing to me. I can't really make a lot of sense of what I'm seeing here, but okay. Ooh, Necronom. I think I made the joke before, but it's like, is that about zombies? Necro, nom, eating dead people. Never mind. But it's a shooter. Oh no. Necronom is crap, no two ways about it. There's no excuse for it either. Oh gosh, wow. Oh gosh. That, yes. Not a particularly original game style, and no twists to make up for that. Joystick response and lack of inertia make the ship feel dodgy. Equip the ship routine is dull and difficult to understand. Graphics and sound are run-of-the-mill. The gameplay is... Wait a minute, what gameplay? Oh no. Oh well. Good intro sequences, and this is certainly one of them, do not make up for inadequate gameplay. It does look a little bit empty, doesn't it? And you can't say this. The idea of the game is to fly from one side of the screen to the other, shooting everything that comes the other way. What a stunningly original gameplay concept. Gosh, my word. Yeah, it kind of just looks empty, doesn't it, really? And a bit sterile in a way. Anyway, who is this? Marcus Dyson. Let's see if the other person... No, this is Andy Hutchinson. So both Andy Hutchinson and Marcus Dyson are just phoning it in, really, with their... It's like, oh no, retro games are just terrible. Gosh. I'm guessing this is going to be Another World, or a game which is called Out of This World in other places as well. Yeah, 4D... Oh, this is the 4D sports boxing. Look at those 4 dimensions. Look at those excellent 4 dimensions going on right there. Gosh, this person even has a head. My word. Proton Software. Haven't seen those people around before, I don't think. Fantasia Entertainment and Leisure. We haven't seen the ones that changed their logo for a while, have we? Was that it? They changed their logo, they tried to do something more fancy, and then they just went out of business or something like that? I don't know. Golf, if you really want some golf, there's some golf there. Fuzzball, yes. What is it? What is Fuzzball? I think there's some demo on one of the discs at one point. But, you're a fuzzball. I guess you're this character here, then. It says, life is hell. At least it is if you're a fuzzball on a mission from God. Well, they're a Blues Brother as well, are they? Cool. Well, the local wizard, really. You're the blue fluffball that spits deadly shots to slay the fuzzball invaders. Leaping around between platforms, you have to collect the jewels, kill all the monsters, and stay alive. What could possibly be easier? Indeed, and we have whatever in the heck is going on here. I mean, how many hands do they need? With echoes of the game styles of yesteryear. Oh, you like this one being retro, do you? Okay. Fuzzball mixes up classic cute graphics and hard-nosed waggling arcade gameplay. They certainly have a way with words, don't they? What? So I'm watching this highlighted comment here. Anyhow. It certainly has graphics. That is what can be said about it. Cisco Heat. So yeah, we got some... Oh, it's police cars. Oh no. Hey Stars, it's your favourite vehicle. We're off to level 3, which ends somewhere called Moscone Centre. Knowing the route isn't all that important though, because large signs sit in the middle of the road telling you it's time to turn. Regardless of their size, they're easy to miss when you're travelling at a ton plus. Interesting. You know which way to go. It's the turning point. It's the turning that proves real tough. Okay. There we go. That is that. Oh gosh, what is this Lord of the Rings? It doesn't look like it's in colour, does it? You have Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone apparently here, and there's a lot of good, interesting, at least graphic stuff going on here. Very interesting. However, oh dear, this does 72 still, even though... Did they just scan this badly? I mean, what is this? It just looks like they scanned it badly, because you can't read that. And if they're giving it 72, it's not... clear a pic of the sidecar racer vehicle. I will try to remember that. Yes. But yes, this is a note to me later to remember that. But yeah, this must be just like bad scans or something like that going on here. What? Frodo's first day out and he's already made his first kill and rescued 2 lost children. What? Gollum screamed, "Baggins, we hate it forever." But he's in the minority because Tolkien's trilogy of Middle-earth life must be one of the most well-read books in English literature. Yeah. Very good. Atmospheric intro and soundtrack. Vast, varied, and some quite beautifully drawn landscapes. So obviously this is just terrible scanning or whatever. Enough new puzzles to keep even Tolkien fans guessing. Tedious combat system and ridiculous copy protection manages to interfere with the gameplay, or at least nothing's changed in that respect. Unfortunately, though, it's a game that you desperately want to like, and there's a lot about it that's frustrating and infuriating. In particular, the game appears to be made for the American market, where everyone has a hard disk, because disk accessing is endless. Every time a new character appears, the disk accesses. Every time a sound effect is played, the disk accesses. Every time you attack something, yes, you've guessed it, the disk accesses. Does it say anything about this copy protection thing? Or is that the disk accessing going on? Is the copy protection thing they're saying? Sorry, I'm just kind of having a look around to see if it says. No, it says copy protection here, but it doesn't. I don't know. Anyhow, carrying on. Formula 1 Grand Prix. This person is waving. Oh my god, what is that face? What is that face? You had which one? Sorry. Here's some Formula 1 Grand Prix. Okay. And here's some fixing of a car, which is very brightly coloured. Formula 1 Grand Prix, cool. Here's Silverstone. I don't know if that's the kind of layout today. I mean, do racetracks change layout very much or not? I suppose if there's any dangerous curves or anything like that, then they would do, wouldn't they? But, yeah, just basic Formula 1 stuff going on. Aha, this is a joke. It says this place is the pits, and they are in the pits. 92% though, but that's good. Strike Fleet. Is this kind of a submarine game? Seafaring silencers. You see, your tappets are always a problem. I have no idea what that means, but I'm glad it's tickled you. I don't know. Oh gosh. Anyhow, Hagar the Horrible. Oh, there's like a cartoon. We have Ahoy! Hagar the Horrible. Yes. Sorry, obviously I don't see everything, but yes, cool. Look at this lizard. It's a good lizard. I have other things going on. Mer person here, it looks like. Indeed. 59%, however. Dodgy collision detection, oh dear. Oh, you can kill an enemy from a distance, so it's in the game's favour. Elixir from the BBC. Elixir. I don't know quite. Definitely the name rings a bell, but I can't think of what it is at the moment. Right, MX5 can have noisy tappets. It sounds very bad, oh dear. But there we go. Covert action. You have Kevlar armor, a safe cracking kit, some grenades, a gas mask, a motion detector, an Uzi. You're going to crack a safe by charging in there. Dear, this is covert action, using your grenades and Uzi. An oil change usually sorts them out. Okay, cool. How is this covert action with this many grenades? Cabbage actually shrunk himself and had to find antidote. Okay, cool. As I said, at some point I'm obviously going to want to try and play as many games as I possibly can from as many systems as I possibly can, but, you know. It'll take a while to get to them. Oh, wow. Win a £25,000 red Porsche. Supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Or £20,000. Gosh. So here we go. And which Porsche would you want this car? You have to answer questions about sport or pop stars or TV stars or film stars. And how is it? 36p per minute or 46? There you go. For rules or winners list, send an SAE to Populux. All engines should be 18 or over. Wow, yeah, so that would definitely be a good thing. Yeah, it's stuff going on. Yeah, stunt car racer. Pretty good. The Dizzy collection. Oh yes, the Dizzy collection. Titanic Blinky. Did you play a snail here? On your dream cars of that era? Or that era's 911. Okay, cool. Do you play a snail or were you against snails here? So you can collect romp across the Titanic. Interesting. Dizzy collection, they give it 78%. Excellent, of course they're going to use that pun. 5 game value with Dizzy. 3 games are a bit samey. But 2 have a decent edge. Codemaster's best-selling Egg Hero hits back with his 5-pack extravaganza. Treasure Island, Magic Land and Fantasy World Dizzy are primitive but jolly arcade adventures. Fast Food is a Pac-Man clone with burgers instead of points. Not quite. And the best of the bunch, Quick Snacks Dizzy is a platform? I don't remember it being a platform challenge. Car still has MOT and tax. Neat. It's like these people are definitely phoning it in on in some respects, aren't they? Cool. Yeah, bunch of stuff going on here. Oh, gosh. Top 10 games of the year. I don't know what this character is from, but look at that. Oh, this is what I imagine the sound. Oh, yeah, Flight Sim. That's gods, I know that. So that's Secret of Monkey Island, it looks like. If it's the top 10 game of the year, obviously whatever this is, it's going to be in the top 10 here. Eye of the Beholder, okay. So yeah. We have Monkey Island, yes. F-19 Stealth Fighter. You got Speedball 2 Armageddon. Is it that one? No, it's not Speedball. That's probably going to be Armageddon then. Okay. Manchester United Europe. And Gods and yeah, a bunch of other things. Yes, got Gordon Howard computers here again. Oh, thank you very much, Chaos. Spot the snowflake. Well, my camera isn't on. Somewhere in screenplay from previous Game Busters, we've hidden a snowflake. It's there, but where? If you spot it and fancy one of those nifty Amiga format t-shirts, see page 232 for a picky, then write the answer on the back of the duffest Christmas card you receive and get it to us by January the 20th, 1992. The worst card with the right answer wins. Look, there it is. I wonder where that snowflake be. There's one hiding somewhere in screenplay screenshot, but slightly better hidden than this one. Spot this seasonal snowflake and win a t-shirt. Indeed. Spirit of adventure. Oh gosh. This apparently is the spirit of adventure right here. Gosh, and look at this person down here as well. This is... yeah. Adventure. That's what they're saying. What's it? An ancient religion, a lethal drug, an evil power, the fight shall begin. Indeed, we have a Game Gear here, so if you want to win a Game Gear, or one of these TV... Is this the size of the TV here? That is... interesting. Wow, there's boots there. No, that's the side of a chair. I thought these was this person's boots, and they were like, wow, that's awesome. Very long boots. But, what is that thing? Because it looks like they're playing a game on it. And do they have cassettes? What? I'm going to have to read some of this stuff, I think. Apparently, G-Lock, the name of US Gold's latest flight combat coin-op conversion, stands for gradual loss of consciousness, due, would you believe, to excessive subjection to G-forces. Much more likely it stands for gradual loss of coinage. Dear me. So yeah, first prize is stunning GB300 video Walkman. Yes, worth £700. So you wouldn't really be playing games on it, would you? Yeah, it looks like they probably repurposed this screenshot or this picture of this person in a car with a basket of what? This is a very mixed bag of things here, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like they're in a car. And they got a hamper, so they're going on a picnic, and they're taking with them their mini TV and a tape from the 1990s Batman, or 1980s, I can't remember what. Yes, and a couple of other ones which I can't identify. But, you know, just looking at that scene, I imagine one of them is like a Genesis or Phil Collins kind of tape. Anyhow. What famous arcade game is G-Lock the follow-up to? What character did James Stewart play in the film The Spirit of St. Louis? Who wrote the book on which test pilot film The Right Stuff was based? What was World War I flying movie the Blue Max named after? Who starred in the Carling Black Label Dam Busters advert? Actually, you in the picture. Cool. You've aged very well. What type of WW2 aircraft starred in 633 Squadron? Who played Tom Cruise's flying buddy in Top Gun? What's missing from this plane movie? One of our aircraft is... I know this is one of our aircraft is missing because there is a book series called the Thursday Next book series by Jesper Ford, and one of the titles is one of our Thursdays is missing, which is apparently a reference to this here. So it's missing. It is indeed missing. Anyhow, what type of World War II aircraft starred in the Dam Busters? And what were Dick Dastardly and Muttley trying to catch from their plane? I know that one, it was a pigeon. Anyhow. Send it to Glockenspiel Compo. Dear me. Anyhow. Game Busters, yep, here's Bart. That's a Bart. You type in, oh, Cowabunga, in the title screen. Another thing we found out recently is linked with a phone booth. Instead of just leaping on it and reaching the wires, try using a coin in it. Bart will then phone Mose, making her so... Well, good for Mo, but I didn't realise that she comes out but wearing a purple tracksuit, spray hair to begin counted down by 1. Well, as I said, good for Mo. I didn't realise, I apologise. Anyhow, yeah, we've got some Lemmings levels going on here. Other things. Wow. If you type in this, disc in upper and lowercase. Interesting. Yep. This is, yeah, we had the demo of this, and this is the one we looked at, and here's a few more levels. Right. Battle Isle Chips Challenge. We've got a bunch of passwords for Chips Challenge if you want to play through that. Fantasy World Dizzy. Okay, so I don't think I knew about this one actually. Oval Adventurous. Players know once you get on the high score table, at which point you should enter your name as Immortal. So, there we go. Oh my, this one. It's Chuck Rock. That's not Chuck themselves, though. It's another one of the characters. This shows the thing that's happening. Full contact. Okay. Yep, Nightmare, we saw that previously. Your digitizer. Signosis CD-ROM development. Signosis is now established as a leader in CD-ROM technology because we released Lemmings for the CD TV or whatever. Oh dear. We are actively involved in a number of key projects, and the expansion of this facility is now underway. We require the following staff: senior programmers. We're looking for classically trained graduate programmers who can write in both assembler and higher level languages such as C, C++, and Pascal. Ideally, you will have experience of working as a leader or member of a larger development team. Programmers. In the position of programmer, we're looking for experienced programmers with more than one language, including assembler. Alternatively, we're looking for enthusiastic graduates. In both instances, the necessary training will be given. Producers. Applicants must have experience of producing high-quality entertainment product. That's me, isn't it? A degree of liaison with intellectual property licenses and the ability to communicate ideas within the development team are essential. Oh, well, that's me out. Responsibilities, oh, that's me out even further, will include everything from a storyboard through to implementation on several formats. Gosh, that sounds complicated, doesn't it? Artist. We require computer graphic artists, preferably with experience of 3D modeling and computer-generated graphics techniques. Any experience of post-production video will also be an advantage. People who have worked with high-end Amiga applications will also be considered. Applications should initially be addressed to Ms. Jane Donald at the address below. They'll be treated in the strictest confidence. Because Ms. Jane Donald is very strict. I don't know. Anyhow, we have Spectricolor Ham E. Wow, look at those multicolour piggies. I suppose that's just the joke, isn't it? Because they called it ham and they... Yeah, anyhow. And this... Very fancy. Oh dear. Look at the little piggy. Oh, it's a cute little piggy. Was that an elephant? An orb? All-powerful orb? 90%. Okay. Anyway. Genesis. Gosh. This just, Vista Pro. I think that was released on a cover disc at some point. Virtual Reality Labs. My word, $79.99. Gosh, scenery animator. And this one was $49.99. But yes, fractal scene generation. So basically it's using fractals, so you can kind of see the fractal patterns here to try and make some kind of scenery stuff, and sometimes it looked okay if you zoomed in far enough and tweaked the colours enough to make it work out. As I said, we'll probably have a look at that at some point. Accounts. GB root, yes. For sat nav and things like this, this is what you have if you want to get. It even has cost of your fuel between these different places. Interesting, but there is a version of this on one of the cover discs at one point as well. So that is definitely a thing we can have a look at. Data flyer, wow. More speed, more memory. Hard drive, well, you got the hard drive there, and you got all this extra stuff on the end. Trojan light pen indeed. Font grabber. Make your stuff unreadable. Fun School 4 under 5s. Educational software. Oh, Fun School 4 5 to 7s. So a bit more complicated stuff, and a froggy as well. Have a look at the froggy, I think. Ah, froggy, we all feel like this at times. It's okay. There we go. Sort words by first letter. Wow. Freddy the Frog is your guide through Pondsville Park. Oh gosh, and Freddy's feeling flustered there as well. But he does have 10p, which is good. Freddy can buy some cake. This is good. Which coin will buy a cake? Oops! Done. This looks quite simplistic in the design of things. I would be tempted to say this is possibly written in something like Amos, but, you know, there might be some other information that I have from elsewhere. But it's from Europress, and I think they released Amos as well, so maybe that's where I'm getting confused with things. Oh, look, Fun School 4, 7s to 11s. How many francs can I get for £1? Well, probably none nowadays. Anyhow, yeah, you have the whole Deutschmarks and some other ones, liras and that for it at Italy, and that one I'm not sure. Magic Storybook. So yeah, I think you could actually make your own stories from this. Long ago and far away, there was a kingdom. People in this kingdom had become very frightened. Each day a dragon flew from the mountain and breathed fire everywhere. We have panicking person, dragon, fire. Screen editor, so you can make your own books. Oh, Captain Diamond, what are your adventures today? What's this? Door! Mum, I wonder who it can be on Christmas Eve. It is I, Captain Diamond, with my last delivery. Bad news, kid. The Amiga 500 Plus you wanted, Johnny. Wow, you're my hero, Captain. Can I join your fan club? Don't miss the complete Captain Diamond story next month. You certainly can, and what's more, you get 35% off all your software for a year, plus my fab full-colour magazine every other month, listing all the great savings only at Diamond. Captain, my big sister would love to meet you. She's dying to hear your life story. Hold on while I get her. It's a long story. Get me a pint of eggnog and I'll tell all. Wow, Captain, my friends will never believe I read a real TV hunk. That's what all the girls say. As I said, it's a long story, folks, so tune in next month for the whole story. Gosh. Indeed. I think my voice has changed in the middle of all of that. But never mind. Gen on Gen locks. What even? Is a real piece of equipment here, isn't it? Devices for overlaying, keying graphics. Okay, so some video editing kind of thing. Oh no! Neo Tokyo is about to explode. Akira. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Wow, $599.99. That is an expensive piece of equipment. Mini gen. I guess this one's like 100 quid for this one. This one's 120. This one's 200 quid. So if you don't want to buy the very expensive one, then yeah, another one over here. Getting slightly more expensive. G2 Video Center. £1,700. What was this one up here? Yeah, this is like double that. It's even like, wow. Anyhow, never mind. But yeah, you can get fancy stuff for the Amiga. 16 megahertz PC80 emulator. Yeah, I still don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's the crossword. What? Hear the bullfrogs insult your father? Antipodean home of golfing great white shark. What? Spoke clearly, but 9 dot printed badly. I'm guessing that's an anagram. So you got cryptic crossword here, apparently. Poverty-stricken position won't help your drive. Oh my word. Well, I will put all the clues at least up on screen so people can actually read them and such. But, sufficiently hard? Oh dear. Is that a snake in your stocking? Oh my. What carnivores eat? Okay. Dry death, Ed? No, but certainly short of water. So dehydrated, that one is. Because it's an anagram of that. Oh, an ogre is wild. You can always tell when they're anagrams, can't you? Yes, oh, an ogre is wild. So that means that's an anagram of that. It's not time. Or what's that one? Oregano, isn't it? Present shocks. Why Deluxe Paint 4 is an artist of every style. Oh, gosh. Lots of... The chap at Woolpack is good at making games. I'm not sure what that's trying to get at. Get your blank first before you're attacked. Thor's dead is head of the family. Respected as a god. Yeah, cryptic crosswords, even though I enjoy the idea of them, I'm not necessarily too good at them. Well, that's your crossword. I'm sure you've been able to see all the things, and here's the actual layout as well if you want to have a look at that, or just find this magazine yourself. It's available in the Internet Archive. But there we go. Is it really new? It's like, never mind. Jokes, crap joke line, daft joke line, Billy Butt abuse line. Oh, gosh, if I wanted abuse, I could get it for free. Thank you very much. 3 signed Hulk Hogan runners-up color photos. Oh my word! Oh my word! Well, first off, I'm sure people will be interested in seeing a real mini racer 33cc bike, as seen on TV apparently, or some 80cc Suzuki quad, ideal for anyone over 10, and a 50cc Honda. And we have a wrestling bonanza. You can have whoever this wrestler is here as an inflatable stand-up. I'm guessing it's the Ultimate Warrior, because that's what it says there. We have a wrestling board game, a wrestling playset, and some figures, it looks like, and a Hulk Hogan t-shirt. There we go. Sequencer 1, a very special offer. Because, yeah, it was on the cover disc, wasn't it? Which we haven't looked at the moment. We will get onto that when we finish this up. How long have I been going for? 2 hours now. Yeah, I might just obviously look at the rest of the magazine here, and then look at what's on the discs, and kind of leave it there for the day. I mean, I'm not feeling terrible at the moment, but you know, I don't want to push myself. Obviously, I've not been feeling terribly great recently, so I want to try and not do too much. What have we got here? As you can see, all you have to do is pick up a note and plonk it down on the stave where you want it, and it makes whatever tune this is. I don't know, I'm not good at reading this and that kind of thing. In fact, I'm not good at it at all. Bears. Ever wanted to turn an IFF picture into a piece of neat needlework? Okay, cool. This program will create the pattern. All you have to do is the manual labor. So that's neat. Oh gosh, look at all this. All of this text. But yeah, they're one of the public domain distributors, so there's going to be a lot of power animations. Anti-lemmings, oh dear. Dating game. Gulf War anime, oh dear. Oh dear. Yep, and a bunch of other stuff. What else do we have here? Question mark. It's a weird advert. Let's see. I'll look and see, because this is the B we saw before. Not really any better quality. With Buzzed, it's called. Oh, it's 286, 287, 288. Wow, there's lots of them. There's... But is it a wasp? It looks more like a wasp, doesn't it? It says B there, so I don't know. Anyhow, gotta go animation. Cliff consists of a bloke walking to the park with his faithful hound, only to find that it's closed for the day. The dog goes into a frenzy and drags his poor master across the city to find an alternative location for his daily constitutional. And some kind of animation. There we go. So, yeah. Bunch of things there. Oh dear. What is this then? Slideshows. The maybe picture is a stroke of genius consisting of a Game Boy running a version of Deluxe Paint. Okay. There's been a picture on the LCD being a Roy Lichtenstein creation. Interesting. Can you please send things here? Hang on. What is this over here? Perfect picture volume. Well, this looks very metal, doesn't it? I have no idea what's going on. Oh, it's Muttley here, I can see now. Wearing a hat. And getting a saw out of a... No, sawing off a plank. Okay. Very difficult to see that. And something climbing up a ladder or something? I don't know. Ah, yes, and this is the Amy Fester Walker. Eric Schwartz does it again. She chases the Imperial Walker around with a spanner. Sounds odd, that's why, yes. But yes, this is the thing I didn't show. This is the Walker. And I didn't show it because Amy is wearing less clothes than she is here. So we didn't show that one. And here is somebody in a bath. Because of course. There's peripherals and things here. Is it Amiga operating system? It doesn't sound as quite right, does it, Amos? I mean, it might be, but that's very presumptuous of them, isn't it, really? Anyhow, there are no current specific Amos books available. Though I understand there may be one next year. Well, Amiga Format did actually release one. I think I might have shown the picture of it before. And I think I have at least a couple of them somewhere. Because I think I said before, but it was supposed to contain a disc with some demo things on it, and mine didn't, so I said mine hasn't got one of these, and so they sent me an entirely new book with the disc included. So there we go. Amos, help. Okay, weird. It is very fancy, isn't it? It's kind of like an art installation of a CRT there. Ooh, yeah, back to the digitizers again. I think we've seen those kind of pictures before. Okay, classic, what is? Why did Codis 27 just have games on it? Get over it. Let's see. This was already... They already had this. I saw this before. in the magazine. It was just a few pages back. Anyhow, never mind. Let's see. Neverending Story 2. The arcade game. Was this Medieval Warriors? Traders. Okay. I think we're reaching the end of the thing here, but what's this random sample thing? See if this makes any more sense this time. Says the guys who put together the Amiga in the first place were a pretty weird bunch. What other machine has the name of a classic punk song etched into the circuit board? What other machine crashes with a bizarre hippie message about guru meditating? Well, you may be pleased to know that even though the A500 Plus is a major redesign, and despite the fact the original Amiga crew moved on to pastures new years ago, some of the weirdness remains. Here's a few comments from the circuit diagrams of the A500 Plus. And I think it's terribly interesting there, I don't think. But there we go. Special subscription offer, 14 issues for the price of 12. My word. And there we go. So, we go back to the start here. Gosh, that's already zoomed in there now, isn't it? Where is the cover disc thing? So you have the Sequencer 1, the Graphics Workshop, Stereo Master, and the Christmas Lemmings. Let me now then find out where my OBS has gone to. Here we go. And we can pop over. Oh gosh, if this is working properly. Over to here. And then we can get the Amiga actually working. So which one is this in here? It's going to be one of them. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, I probably won't. Oh. Well, that's not okay, it's decided not to interesting. I did put a disc in here. Let me try that again. I'm not going to need my joypad actually, am I? Because I think... Why is it just... Hang on, let me just try restarting the Amiga thing, because apparently it's having some kind of problems here. Over to here. I will want this here. Let's go over to just an A500 and let's see if this is going to work now. No. Very odd. Well, let me try the other disc instead and see what that does. What is going on here? This is just me testing out to make sure that my emulator is working here now. What is going on here? It's very strange. Let's try running that. Yeah, because that's working fine. It's not a problem. Let me try this again. It's very strange. And then it gets... No, it didn't get rid of it this time. Let me try something else here. Why is this not working? Huh. Well... we may not be able to look at this if it doesn't want to load anything. Let's see. Interesting. Why is it not wanting to load anything? Try something else instead. This one is going to need this. Your PC gamepad and features you like and bit you. Oh, right. Sorry, this is a show and tell. Hang on a moment. Try and see what's going on with these files here. So it should... Yeah, it should... It's not really liking these for some reason. Let me try something else instead. I might have to try getting this to work in a different way instead. I need to check the other ones I've got then to see that it's not going to be permanently broken. This one's working. It's a Stereo Master we saw before. You said it had a thing already in it, didn't it? Load more. Here we go. Stereo Master by these people. Okay. You get a little bit of a song there apparently, and you can do stuff to it. Gosh, this has got a lot of... Oh, this is like a frequency analysis. Interesting. So this all the high frequencies just don't exist. Okay. This goes on for a while, doesn't it? Yeah, fine. Interesting. Want to swap sample? I don't know. What's going on here now? Secret. What even is all this stuff? Ah, gosh. Can I get out of this? Key C, key B, key A. It has some kind of sequencer in there as well. What? Okay. Yeah. Very much. Well, that was the thing, wasn't it? Yes, empty, beep. Roll. Do I play with like the keyboard here? No. Click in here. Can I change things? I was changing things over here. Chords. Yeah, yeah, I don't know how to use this, but it looks very interesting, doesn't it? And it had a song in there as well, so cool. Let us go back, because it said to load the other thing and we need to go to the workbench, didn't it? So if I now load that disk in which I just had, it should just load up on here. There we go. Graphics Workshop. A lot of copyright dates there. Holosoft Technologies. Oh, a lot going on there. Let me speed this up. So, looks like we can draw things. Okay, that does that. Yes, please. And then it does continuous lines. Oh no, it does filled in things. Oh gosh. What are you doing? Oh, it does the same kind of thing there as well that Deluxe Paint does. Like that. And we can draw lines coming out from a point. Can I draw happy things? This is purple, so this is very happy. And yeah, do I right click? Yeah, there we go. I mean, I've got to have a contrasting colour in there as well. Let's pick this one. And we can have a circle. Have that circle there. We have a very odd shape here. Do I do this, this, and this, and this? And there we go. Happy little bush. Well, why not? Make it in green here. We can do like a shortcut. Okay, not what I wanted. If I click on the bottom part, it'll fill it in, won't it? But there we go. And then we do this, and this, and this. Maybe add a little bit more to it as well over here. There's a happy little bush. And even though this is kind of abstract, why don't we just fill in? Just fill in, so fill in background. There we go. Got a bit of a sky. Oh dear, I did the wrong thing. Well, it's abstract, okay. And then once we've done that, what is this? Oh gosh, modify palette. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. And a bunch of other things, and we can do some then graffiti. What kind of colour do we want the graffiti in? Let's do the yellow here. It's a bit big. Let me pick a smaller one here. Oh gosh, this is very wide. There we go. It says art and graffiti over the top of it. Absolutely perfect, isn't it? Hang on a moment. Oh gosh. Because it's such marvellous art, I can oops. Gosh, I don't know if that's dimmed down for you or whatever, but it has for me. And I can select the area, and now I can save that, I hope. How do I save? That's a bit like save there. So I can save it to my desktop files and call it art 1. It can be a PNG. There we go. So the art is saved, so I can post that later. The day you actually have friends, I can tell them about my amazing art. Oh, that's... Well, and the day you have friends, okay. Well, there we go. So yeah, unfortunately, this other one doesn't seem to want to work, and I don't know why. Let me actually just do a quick check of a thing here. If I go to this, yeah, it's exactly what I want to do. If we pick out one of the ones before this, so just go with this one here and just reset. Need people to see the art on your fridge. Cool. And this one works. So I don't know what was up with these other files. It doesn't look like they're going to work properly, which is unfortunate. No. Yeah, I can't seem to get this other, you could tell, yes, there's always that option. But I had a request, anyhow, for things, and if I go back over here, there'll be nothing over here at the moment, but I need to set something up, since I don't have my main camera going at the moment. Yeah. Sorry, got distracted. So where's my pointer? There we go. So I should be able to see on here. We turn this on. There we go. So we have some picture there, but Stars was looking or asking about my PC gamepad. I don't know if this has got a lot of light here or not, but here it is. This is just going to focus. There we go. Very nicely lit up logo for us. It says the Cytec P880 dual analog controller. And yeah, so this is a very old one. And whoops, sorry, I went to sleep here. Just say on the side here, yeah, P880 dual analog. It's having trouble focusing on that, but that's okay. Sorry, this is not easy to do here, but yes, we have, if you can see here, there's precision analog on there, and on there, but it's a bit worn off as well. So you have your normal D-pad thing, which is kind of like, you know, in ancient, well, not ancient, probably even still nowadays in Windows, it's recognized as a, oops, what's going off? Why did you go off? Oh dear. What did I do? I broke something. There we go. That makes it better. Sorry. I think I pushed a button on here. Oh no. Yeah, I'm pushing the button on the thing now. So let's go over here instead. So, yeah, this is basically what's called the hat control, which if you have like a flight stick thing, it'll be like a little joystick on top of the joystick, I think. And that's kind of what that normally gets read as, and this is just like the actual joystick thing. And then this is the other thing, which is like the yaw and pitch controls. It's normally things, but you know, obviously nowadays it's just like second joystick and whatever. But you can swap these two around by pushing this button here. So now when the light is on, this acts as the joystick and this acts as the hat control. Yeah, not great at times. Can we do a focus again here, please? And so, yeah, you can see we have multiple buttons on here. Sorry, I've moved it across and it's slightly more awkward to get to the things, but you should be able to see over here we have numbers on the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4. See the 1, 2, 3, 4 and more. And gosh, this area we have little kind of crescents around them to indicate that they are 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. They're the main control buttons, and you have these other ones up here, 5 and 6, which I normally have like save state and load state on those, except for when they kind of mess up my gameplay and stuff like that. Plus also, on the top here, you have, gosh, you can get reflections and things here. It's just going to actually, gosh, show it here. Yeah, there we go, that's better. It's actually focusing. No, it's not focusing. Can we do a proper focus there? Oh, it doesn't. Can I get close to it? It's probably because it's reflective as well. It's not really liking it at all. But you can see it's got an 8 on there. I think over here it's like a 7. Gosh, can I? Ugh. Having a stand would be quite helpful. Let me see. It says 7 on it. You can't see it. It's very easy. But yeah, it's got a wire coming out of it, of course. Is this a serial number for my model? I don't think it's a big concern to show that, but it's got like rubbery grip on the back and whatever. Just around the rubbery grip, you can kind of see the difference. The rubbery grip comes up here and around. And yeah, just kind of around the side here and onto the front there. And obviously similarly on the other side as well. Nothing fancy on that area and whatever, but yeah. Oh gosh, what was your questions? Shoulders, analog, just digital buttons. There's like big chunky single press buttons and whatever. Also, what I haven't shown off is it has another button on here, which obviously lights up when you press it, and that was originally with the original software, just to set up different functions for these other buttons and whatever. So you'd have your main fire and jump and whatever on here, and then you can switch over here to do different functions and things like that. But I just generally don't have the software because, you know, as I said, this is quite an old joypad model, and you probably can't get it nowadays and whatever. But I really do like just the way this works here. It just works well for me, just going left and right. Because obviously if I'm playing a like Mario platform or whatever, if I'm going this way, I can easily go that way and that way. It's just really easy. You don't have to do a lot of, you know, motion. And it's clear enough in its clickiness. It's not kind of a weird one or whatever. You can hear. I don't know if you can hear. But hang on. It is good. It's good chicken indeed. It's very clickety clackety controller. Oh yeah, and these had the clicky down buttons as well. In this one and the other one. And yeah, it's just really first off fits my hand comfortably. I can push all the buttons nicely and stuff like that. As I said, it's got this little indent here, which makes it really just easy to go backwards and forwards, especially important in platformer games and such like that. It's mainly the way I use it. And if you're wondering, when I'm playing the Amiga thing, I've got this button is the fire button, number 1. This button is up, because up is usually jump in games. Fairy dust. I don't know, it might break it. This button is another jump, I think, just because I didn't know what else to set to that one. This one's save, this one's load state. This one is the fast forward button as well. I think the clicky in buttons are the save, you know, to disk state and then load thing on there. This is not a pizza. And then you have the top buttons as well. I don't know if I've mapped those or anything, but that's the basic functionality of that. Light up logo. It is pretty good. It's going to focus properly. Yeah, you can probably see it. There's blowing out the thing a little bit too much here, but it's Cytec. I don't think they actually make these kind of controllers anymore. But if you can hang on a moment, I can actually show you a couple of other controllers that I have and why to it shows why I like that one and I don't like other ones. So if you just hold on. Oof. Ouchie, ouchie, ouch. Hang on, I have to unplug my headphones here. Well, I moved another controller. And I have forgotten where I moved it to. Because I moved it because it was one I didn't like. And was broken as well. And I'm not sure where I moved it to, so I can't show it off at the moment. What's that? Never done show and tell before, you're scared. Okay. Well, this is... Gosh, this is going to be very difficult to see. Let me actually... I don't know if this is going to help. Let me first off do this. This is an Xbox 360 controller wired, and it says on the packaging when I got it, it was like, you know, for Windows and stuff like that. This is a few years old as well, it being an Xbox 360 controller. If I turn on the light over here, does this... Hang on, where's my Xbox controller there? Turn on the light there. Oh, that does make it a little bit easier to see things. It is an excessively bright light. That is a slightly nicer light. I can turn it down a bit so it's not too dazzling, but this is my normal light I have on. So it's not in the best place, but obviously it adds a little more illumination to the scene so you can see things. But you probably know about Xbox 360 controllers. You know, a lot of Xbox controllers are very similar. But you've got your usual 4 Skittles or M&Ms and whatever over here. And then you've got your clicky stick here and your clicky stick here. So obviously in different position to my other, indeed very tasty, other ones. You got your back and your start and your big Xbox button there, and then yeah, you got your actual triggers and your bumper buttons up here, and on the other side as well. It's got a little thing on the bottom which I never used. I think it's like a headset thing, isn't it? But yeah, so the D-pad on this generally doesn't feel as good for, you know, platforming, especially like Mario games and whatever, because you can see if I want to go backwards and forwards, it kind of wiggles around a lot more than whatever. And obviously it's not in this place, which I'd prefer it to be. Smarties, of course. Hello, Venice. So yes, we got... It is not good for Mario games. You can probably easily accidentally hit up and down and whatever. But yeah, so it obviously is good for games which need like the triggers and things like that. One thing I did find was very awkward. It's a little bit small for my hands. Obviously you can only see me holding one side of this, but you can see it's kind of like I can, you know, Katie Crush controller, grrr, kind of going on here. But it, you know, the trigger is in a good place. But you got the bumper thing here. I was playing like the demo version of Hitman 2, and in order to do, it's official. As far as I know. But yeah, so it's what do you call it? Yeah, in Hitman 2 demo, this is the hold this down to run. So holding this bumper button down and then doing this to run about, as you can see, this is not a very comfortable position. I can do this as well, and that's even less comfortable kind of position to do runnings around and things like that. So, but you know, the triggers are in a fairly good position. But as I said, the whole controller is just a bit small for my hands, really. Afterglow one, so not official. Yeah, I think this is the actual official Microsoft Xbox controller. What have we got on the back here? If we can see anything of any assistance to us in... Here we go. Gosh. If we want to... There we go. Xbox 360 controller, Microsoft Corporation. gosh, can we do an actual focus for use? Gosh. Yeah, so basically is what it says. I don't know why it says 5 volt, 400 milliamps. How is that relevant to it being a wired? I suppose it's a USB thing, isn't it? So I suppose that makes sense in a way. But yeah, it's got the Xbox 360 thing up there, and it's a nice controller for doing, you know, Xboxy things, but it's not a good controller for doing like snazzy things and whatever. I said I can't find the other controller because I'm not quite sure where I actually put it. I'd like to be able to find it to show you how that one's, you know, particularly bad. But yeah, I suppose since we're looking at controllers now, and it's just right available to me here, I can show this is the Wiimote, and obviously it's got a nice, reasonable D-pad. This wouldn't be too bad to play your Mario on and that as well. But obviously you'd want to probably play it around this way, and it's a little bit awkward to hold on to it. You know, as saying, the Xbox controller is a little bit small for my hands, and this is, oh gosh, even more awkward to play, and whatever. But you know, Wiimotes are Wiimotes, and they're not designed necessarily for that kind of thing, even though they have that kind of thing, and it's got the nunchucker thing on the side, yeah, teeny button or whatever. No clicky sticks, which is a weird thing, really, but I suppose it has the motion thing, and has, the very satisfying kind of... The GameCube had this as well, didn't it, with the... Hang on, do a bit of ASMR here. There we go. So that's your Wii nunchuck. ASMR. Yeah, I mean, it works for it, but it's... sorry, there's a lot going on in chat here. Xbox One S. Okay. Yeah, this one, as I said, it's very, very small. Well, not too small for my hand, but still smaller than I would like. And yeah, I don't know where this other thing is. It's not it there. But yeah, the other one I've got is a Logitech one, which is like super old. You think even older than, you know, this one over here. Oh, it's gone upside down now. Oh gosh, that's weird. Oh no, because it's because the controller was upside down over there. Oh, Katie's so awake today. Katie's just so awake today. Oh dear me. Can't use small controllers. I don't even know the name of it. It was a Logitech one. It was pretty bad, and also broken because I tried to plug it in to the thing. Hello, I am here. It's nice to see everybody and such. Obviously I can't be on the main camera that's up there because Katie's not feeling too well and doesn't want to appear on the thing. So yeah, there we go. Hello, it's nice to see see people's names in chats and things like that. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, it's I can do a surprise thing when Katie's not really feeling up to it, so that's good. But yes, I just wanted to say hello to everybody. But I'm going now. Bye bye. Oh, hang on. Okay, I think you talk. Oh, talking to me. Favorite controller. My keys, because you can just go beep 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 beep. Especially with my arms. I mean, this over here. It doesn't. It's very difficult to use like little tiny hands on such a thing. It really doesn't work. They're kind of difficult to move, and it really doesn't work. I was so well. So yeah, the keyboards are much easier because you can just go beep, 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 blink and play them and that. And it's got the Raspberry Pi over here. And let's do a Raspberry Pi. It's like very easy beep, 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 to hit these keys and things like that. Hang on. Come back over here. Yeah, it's not very easy. It's not really designed for a dinosaur. But I think. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, there is Ask Tracy Everything. It's not. It is coming up probably. How did I end up being so cool? Well, this is not the Cretaceous or Jurassic now. So it's less humid. That's for one. You don't have so many mosquitoes, especially not in England here. So it's very good. But yeah, adaptive controller things would be good as well because they're kind of a bit like keys and stuff like that. And then I think there's ones which you can nudge around with like your nose and things like that, which would probably be very good for a Tracy. But yeah, otherwise keyboards are good because you can just go beep, 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 like that. Or do a little beep, 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 beep cue. But it's kind of difficult, and doing the horn, you can't see the screen if you do that. But I think those are the questions and things like that. So it was very nice seeing everybody today. Yeah, that would be quite good if somebody wanted to do that. But it's very difficult. But it's good to play solitaire, and especially with the mouse as well. Because if I had a mouse, it's like you do this kind of thing. Whatever, or I can use my my whole self on top of it, but then you can't see what I'm doing then, and you can like push the buttons quite easily like that as well. But yes, thank you very much for saying that I am good. But I shall see everybody next time, and hopefully Katie's feeling better to see on the main camera and stuff like that. So bye. There we go. So Tracy's gone to hang out back over there. Oh gosh. There we go. Oh, Tracy. There you go. So yeah, if you wonder, I can turn off the main camera here now. I wonder what kind of camera it is, what it looks like and such like that. This is it. Not very well lit and whatever here, but some kind of Logitech camera. Probably not going to do a zoom very well on things. No, there we go. Apparently it's 1080p HD and whatever, that kind of thing, but oh gosh. Very nice mouse. Yes, it is a good one. I got it. I think I don't know if I did show it off or didn't show it off previously. Hang on, I've got an Xbox controller here now. Everything's going out of control here. But yes, let's do it this way round. But yeah, it has an RGB art, and when I got it, it's like, oh, what is the point of this? But then, we've got the whole trans keyboard thing going on here, so, and then we've got all the going on around here. But yeah, so it's got lots of buttons that I don't use. I mainly use these buttons on top and this one to do a scroll and things like that. It has a clicky one as well, and then there's this, which is pretty nifty, because if you're doing a scroll, it can be sometimes a lot of, if I do a scroll on here, is it going to mess anything up? I don't think so. But yeah, so if you do this, and you've got like a button here, if you which button is it? Oh no, that changed something. That changed my DPI. I don't know. But if you click the other button, you can go whee and stop it and go whee. Let's see if I can get this in focus at all. So there you go. So there's a good thing. And you just go whee, and it just spins and spins and spins and spins until you stop it. You can click that to make it go click, click, click individually and stuff like that. But yeah, it's got a bunch of buttons and stuff around the side here. It's also got a fancy thing. You can pull this bottom bit off. That's the actual model of it there if you want to know. But you can pull the bottom off, and there are... Do I have things around here? I do have things around here. This little thing which I don't use. I probably shouldn't put it onto my laptop. I think it's got magnets and things in, so probably not the greatest thing. There we go. Sort the logo out there. And inside this, hang on, let me open it up a bit. There we go. It's got all these little like magnetic, I think they're magnetic, or the back of this is magnetic, but there's definitely these little weights you can put in there if you feel like your mouse isn't heavy enough. You can like put one or more of these weights into it to make it heavier and such like that. But you know, I just don't have them in there because I haven't found that it's too light. It's just kind of nice the way it is and such like that. It's kind of like a nice ergonomic thing. If you're left-handed, it's not going to be quite so good in that respect. But yeah, it's like an ergonomic thing. I think there's like a button underneath here as well. Or at least there was on my other one, which, you know, conveniently is actually just down here. This is the one I had before, which has this kind of similar look to it and has a similar clicky thing. You push that and you can spin it freely and whatever. And got some other buttons around the side here. It's another Logitech one, is it? Performance MX, this one was. Obviously this is a wireless one. This is much chunkier and heavier. And it has some buttons on the sides. I don't use the buttons on the side, I just mainly use these ones. The problem with this is, I got it probably about 10 or so years ago now, actually. Wireless still works absolutely fine, but the clickiness of this, it kind of does, it gets to a situation where if you push the button down, and I think when you release it or something like that, it's the contact is kind of weak, and so if you like click it, you can do like a bounce like that, so it does a double click. When you kind of click it once, it just kind of like, you click it down, it kind of obviously doesn't stop dead enough, it just kind of bounces up and does another thing. So a couple of times at least I've gone into here, taken the screws out and whatever, and gone into the tiny little switch that's in here and kind of like stretch the spring back so it's a bit more, you know, gives a bit more force to push it back against the contact and whatever. But you know, as you use it and use it, that spring gets weaker and weaker until it starts doing the bounce thing again, like that. Reload and crouch. Yeah, I think I had this on one set up to be like page up and page down, something like that, and what's its home under here, and this other button that's built into the curve here, which is awkward to press, is like as an end and that kind of thing, just to navigate websites a little bit better and such like that. Since we're talking about controllers, I think I actually have, oh yeah, this is the Chaos Pad. You can look at the Chaos Pad a bit. Do I have it around here? A big mess of wires. Yeah, but I do have as well, somewhere at least, a PlayStation 3 controller. I don't know where that is at the moment. It's okay. I don't need to know where that is at the moment. But yeah, I have a PlayStation 3 controller around here. Argue about donuts. Back and forth in the web browser. Okay, cool. Well, as I understand, Chaos's pad is not very large and things like that. But I think I've done a lot of showings and tellings today. As I said, I'm kind of like not the greatest. Hang on, how does this look? We kind of need like blurry SCP Katie going on here. I mean, I don't know if I can. It's a blurry SCP Katie. Hide away from everybody and such like that. So yes, I am still here. And gosh, you can start to see mess down at the bottom there. This is a very interesting camera position here. Hi everybody. This is my MySpace camera. And there's Shivi over there. Hi, I'm going to be an SCP. Anyhow. Gosh. So I should be able to just stop this working. That did not stop it working. Exit there. That stopped it working. There we go. Yeah, there's Katie hiding and things. But yeah, so that is, as I said, I just kind of don't want to. I don't want to push myself too much today. So even though it's been 3 hours, I mean, this kind of seems like longer than I thought I might have been able to go on. Yeah, all wrapped up and stuff like that. Longer than I thought. It's not quite a one. It's a polar bear design dressing gown. I got all very good. But yeah, sorry if I've missed things in chat as well. I think things have been going fast when I've been showing and tallying and things like that. So apologies if I missed anything. But yeah, as I said, I think this is kind of where I'm gonna look at ending things today. I might waffle a bit more, but this is like no more other things. Oh yeah, I definitely did change the DPI on my mouse. Oh no, that's the wrong button. Can I change it to something a little bit more? That's a little bit better. I don't like, sluggish DPS, and I don't know if I put it on too fast. No, I don't think I put it on too fast. I think this is the usual. That's okay. Thank you. So let me just clear off. Oh gosh, I've moved the window. Let me pop it back in place here. Yeah, so where's my rewards queue here? Favorite controller. Master Tracy. Gamepad features and bits. Yeah, we've already shown that off and done all that. Not reject all. No. Complete all. There we go. No problem. As I said, I'm just kind of going to waffle a little bit. I don't know what the DPI is. It's just got like some 3 bars on the side here. I set it to I think the fastest one it can do on here. But yeah, hopefully I can figure out how to get that other cover disc working, or I can find another version of it somewhere so we can look at the Christmas Lemmings, wasn't it, in the other sequencer package thing that was there. My next stream, well, I said maybe I'm going to be doing Friday. I don't know. As I said, my sleep pattern is completely devastated at the moment because, as I said, my real slow first person shooters. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is kind of like my sleep pattern. It's just basically you're sleeping now, kind of at the moment, and so it's not the best for me to be able to know when I can actually do things. Aiming at small hand movements don't bug everything up. Yeah. Are you talking to me or Chaos here? Sleep Katie, indeed. But yeah, it is like when my body has decided to kind of go back to its normal sleeping pattern, then I can kind of like try and arrange it into a better thing. Hopefully I'll be on Friday. As I said, I may or may not, but I'll tell people in Discord if I'm not going to be able to. But yeah, I definitely have stuff I want to show off on Friday. If I do get to do a stream then. Still going to try and do a Sunday, because obviously I've got this thing arranged with Starly that we do Minecraft on Sunday, and I wouldn't want to miss that kind of thing. I play occasional FPS games and stuff like that. I mean, what have I got here? I mean, these are like really old games that I've got on here, so I haven't played any for a while. I probably don't have all the things I would have played on here, but I have played Fallout New Vegas. I played quite a lot of that. Dizzy FPS on now. Yeah, so hopefully I'm going to be awake enough and we can do some Minecraft on Sunday. I don't think Chaos is going to is streaming today, unfortunately, but that would be good if we could. Yeah, you can stream yourself cleaning up some stuff or something else. Oh no. But yes, I've got Fallout New Vegas on here, which I kind of like to a lot. I have other things which aren't quite FPSs, which like, the GTAs and Saints Row I've got here. Who knows? What else do I have on my list of things here? Gosh. Yeah, I had Deus Ex Human Revolution. I played through a bit of that. That's kind of like a stealthy, shooty thing, isn't it? And that thing here. What else do I have on here? I played quite a bit of Team Fortress 2 quite a few years ago. New Vegas, yeah. What else do we have here? That's kind of a shooty thing. Yeah, I don't really play that too much. Obviously, Half-Life 2 I played quite a bit of and enjoyed Half-Life 2. And what else do we have here? Oh yeah, if you've ever had the Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, it's kind of like an FPS game with kind of get to play around some physics stuff as well. You kick people. As I said, I might just go through my Steam library at some point. But yeah, the Dark Messiah of Might and Magic one is pretty good. You have it. Yeah, did I say you have a kick button? So you can like sneak up on people and kick them off into the water or wherever else and stuff like that. It's pretty nifty. It is pretty good. I mean, it is one of these, one of the first games, not one of the first games, but, in the first kind of generation, I think, of like physics games and that kind of thing. So the kick button was very important. Like, in Half-Life 2, the gravity gun was quite important as well. So, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Lost Coast on here. So yeah, did a lot of playing through those kind of things. After we've been trying out the Quake 2 RTX, because this laptop has the RTX capable thing. Oh, Portal, of course. It's not really a shooter. Portal and Portal 2 I've got on here, of course. Prey, the old Prey. I haven't even really seen very much of the newer Prey, but this was the one with the actual portals and things like that, and the Native American storyline and things like that, which is a nifty game. And you see there's a globe in the glass, and then you go through the portal and you end up tiny on that globe in the glass, and it's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, there's a bunch of different games here, which I played a lot of. This is not a shooter now. I'm just going on to other games which I can see on here. But I played a lot of Trackmania a while ago, and that kind of thing. Yeah, can't have Dirt Rally on here. I only played like a few of the starter things on here, but it's all good. But yeah, so maybe at some point, this is pretty fun. It's going through my Steam library and looking at things. I haven't bought anything in my Steam library for like a long time. Possibly one of the newest games I've got on here. As long as, well, one of the newest games on here that I actually bought is probably Undertale. You can see how old that is. But there's certain free games they give out occasionally, so I've got a bunch of free ones. I've got like Lego The Hobbit and Lego The Lord of the Rings, which I didn't buy myself, but they were free at one point, so I've got those as well. One other game I really quite liked was Mountain Blade Warband. I'm not terribly good at it and stuff like that, but it's quite fun to play that. There's a sequel to original play we got canned. Aww. I have no idea what you're saying here, but I don't wish to engage in anything to do with that person. But yeah, I've got other things on here, which I played through. Like, there's a puzzle game here called 7 Billion Humans, which is pretty nifty. It's about a programming puzzle game. It's pretty cool. Also got something like Space Chem here, which I didn't really get too deep into, which might be a good thing to like do as a stream as well at some point and whatever. Mountain Blade, yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's a bunch of other things which I played, which is really cool, which I've never actually got into, which is like Bastion and things like this, and things. And Rock of Ages, I've only played a little bit of it, and it's like I definitely want to play a lot more of that. So maybe some of these Steam games can be like, defeating my backlog on stream would be a good thing as well. But obviously I've got a lot of things on my on my streaming plate as it is. Oh yeah, Greed Corp, or Greed Corp, depending on what it actually means. That's a pretty neat thing as well. FTL Fast and Light, I did some YouTube videos of that as well. Pretty cool. We just want like all-out action. We've got Hotline Miami on here, which I did play through all of. Jamestown, which is a top-down shooter, which I've only played a little bit of, and I really want to play some more of as well. I have Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Platinum on here, and it's not kind of a game which is one of the ones which I can get really into. But, you know, it still has some kind of one of those interesting things. It's like, you know, having your games where you think, that looks interesting. I don't think I'd ever want to play it, but I want to watch other people play it. For some reason, I decided to just buy it at one point, so, you know. I got Ultra Street Fighter 4, and, you know, I haven't really played too much of that as well. Some other things I've got here which I have played. I've got Escape Rosecliff Island, which I think is one of the PopCap ones, along with, like, Peggle as well, and Plants vs. Zombies and things like that. Which, you know, Escape Rosecliff Island is just one of these like hidden item games. It's very old, but it still runs on Windows 10. It's pretty cool. What else have we got? Yeah, I tried to play a little bit of like Counter-Strike Source and whatever it's at some point, but I got mainly into doing Team Fortress 2 when I did that kind of thing. At one time, I bought a Christmas present for one of my brothers, which was Assassin's Creed and Far Cry 2. And so I bought them myself because I thought, I want to play them, but I've never actually got around to playing them, so maybe those at some point as well. I also got a Chronicles of Riddick game. Bit Trip Runner, which I never got into because it seemed like the timing of things was a little bit tighter than I wanted. A bunch of the Grand Theft Auto games, like Grand Theft Auto 2, 3, which I never really played much of 3. And San Andreas and Vice City, which I've both played through. I was actually late to meeting up with some friends at some point because I was finishing off San Andreas. And it's like, on the last mission, I can't pause it, and I got to play through it, and then I met up with some people afterwards. Yes, I got San Andreas, Vice City. I've got Grand Theft Auto 4 as well on here, as well as because it comes with the DLC as well. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, and what's this? Hitman Blood Money, apparently I've got as well. I do like the sneaky kind of games like Metal Gear Solid and such as well. So maybe a bit of playing around with those as well at some point. Just Cause 2, that's just a mayhem simulator, basically. And I had a mod as well, not on this laptop, obviously, because I've got this laptop recently beyond my old computer. I had a mod where you got like infinite is it flight, the glider thing or whatever, and that, which is a very fun way to play it. Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light I've got here. Something called Nimbus, which I don't think I played much. The Oddworld games, Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus, which I played a bit of, but I never, you know, because obviously got distracted by something else at some point. Tomb Raider Underworld, which I think is a weird kind of Tomb Raider one as well. And for some reason, it's probably in a pack with other things as well, I've got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2, which is not a game which I'd really buy by itself. Luminous, or you might see might hear it's like Lumines, but I think it's supposed to be Luminous because, you know, it's luminous. Whatever. Braid, it's obviously the creator's a bit, you know, whatever, but the game is still pretty cool. Bully. Cogs, it's a good puzzle game. That might be a good stream at some point. Crayon Physics. Darksiders, yeah, I played Darksiders as well. It's kind of like a Legend of Zelda, but more buff kind of game. F1 2018, I don't think I've touched that. I think it was like free one I picked up at some point. Garry's Mod, yeah, I played a bit of that as well. I don't think I did like the online game things of Garry's Mod. I just like did the other things here. What else have I got? Yeah. And the Hitman, the like, reboot Hitman and Hitman 2 demos I've got on here, which is quite fun to do. Mafia 2, we've got here. Yeah, Portal, Prey, Quake 2. What else we got? There's a silly little game called Snuggle Truck. We have stuffed animals in the back of your truck, and you want to get them to safety, but they kind of fly out occasionally. Oh, Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. And there's the other one as well, wasn't there? I'm think I had the other one as well. It's either DLC or next game or something like that. Yeah, Call of Pripyat or Pripyat, which is kind of, that's another kind of shooter thing that I played. I played through Shadow of Chernobyl, but I didn't get to the Pripyat one, I think. Super Meat Boy, of course, because of the platformers and things like that. Tomb Raider Legend and Anniversary I've got here as well. Trine, which is a pretty fun little game. VVVVVV. Not all the things are on my Steam list and whatever, but there's at least some of the ones which I'm kind of interested to have a look at some point, and maybe there's some other ones which would pop up because it's like I don't know what this one's like, so we'll find out. As I said, just go through the backlog, just go through game by game and see what they might be like and whether I'd want to pay them or things like that. I don't know. Or just showing the ones I find fun or all of the above. Anyhow, I think it's probably good to end things at the moment. As I said, I'm not going for the full 4 hours, which I usually do, because, as I said, I think my body probably needs a break from doing things and whatever at the moment and such. I hope everybody has had a good day and a good stream, and I will hopefully be able to see people on Friday, but as I said, I'm not quite sure if I will or won't. It depends on what my body decides and whether it decides whether it wants to go back to a normal kind of, for me, sleep schedule. Before I go, obviously, we've got the shout out for Radford West and Stars here. Stars should be, isn't actually going to be doing tomorrow, isn't that right? As far as I know. And we also got Chaos here, which is also a good follow to do. But yeah, so maybe, no stream tomorrow, yeah. Well, there we go. I think that is that. I will say goodbye, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day and such like that. And of course, I will see you